The top 5 things that will kill your real estate wholesaling deals. What's up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's video, I'm going to break down the 5 things you need to avoid in your real estate wholesaling business and the 5 things that will destroy you doing real estate wholesaling deals this year in real estate wholesaling. The truth is, I get so many people that reach out to me and say, Zach, I'm struggling in the business. I can't get any deals. I don't know what's wrong with my business. And they think they're doing everything right. And honestly, in their heart, they're trying everything they can, but they're just not getting anywhere. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly the main reasons why people fail in wholesaling. And the truth is, the things that you're doing that is absolutely killing your deals and most importantly, and killing your success for wholesaling real estate. Before I share exactly the top tips for success and what you should be avoiding for wholesaling real estate, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. So in all honesty, it really comes down to these 5 things why a lot of people are getting their deals stolen and why their deals aren't going through. So let's start with number 5 to 4 in order of importance. So number 5 here is vetting cash buyers. A lot of you guys are not vetting the cash buyers. And at the end of the day, when it comes to closing time and your cash buyer was really another wholesaler, you get your deal stolen and you're like, oh my gosh, my deal's destroyed. And oh my gosh, this is terrible. And you try to blame it on somebody. But honestly, if you have a bad cash buyer, the person you have to blame is yourself. The truth is, if you properly vet your cash buyers and you go through like freewholesaling.com, you learn exactly the questions to ask, you're going to do fine. For example, a lot of people struggle with vetting cash buyers because they don't ask the right questions. In all honesty, you got to ask 3 simple questions. Number 1, can I have your proof of funds? And you get their proof of funds. Number 2, you ask them if they are okay with you making an assignment, making a boatload of money on the deal. Remember, a lot of cash buyers might have a proof of funds. They might be okay with the assignment, but if they find out you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on the assignment, they're just going to back of the deal and then you're screwed. Your seller's not going to be happy with you and then your entire deal implodes. Always ask your cash buyer, hey, are you okay on this deal? Like for example, I'm selling to him for $100,000. I got it locked up for 80. I'm making 20. But like if I knew there was information, I asked the cash buyer, hey, are you okay if I made $99,000 and if I locked this up for $1,000 and I signed it for $99,000, are you okay with that if you get it for $100,000? It's kind of comical to a point, but they're like, yeah, of course, duh. And so when they see you making 20, they're going to be not that upset. So the truth is, some cash buyers have a scarcity mindset and they are not okay with you making it. They feel like they could have gotten the deal, but they never did the marketing acquisitions or the negotiating, but that's a story for a different day. The truth is, you put in the work, you deserve the assignment fee. And heck, it's a free market out there. Just understand, if you don't ask that uncomfortable question to the cash buyer, you have a chance of just killing your deal. And the last thing you have to ask your cash buyers is, how many houses have you bought from wholesalers before? And how many houses have you bought in the last year? If you have this macho man cash buyer that brags about everything, show me the proof, right? If you say, oh, I buy 15 deals a month. Cool. Show me the HUDs. Show me the proof. Show me the corporation you actually own these deals in, and let me actually independently do the research and see if you actually did it. Because you find out your cash buyer's lying to you about buying 10 deals a month and you figure out they bought 2 in the last 2 years, you know they're lying and they might not be a legit cash buyer. So watch that out. The truth is, if you ask that last question, a lot of these quote unquote wholesalers trying to daisy chain you are going to implode on you and they're not going to give you an answer back. And you're going to figure out, hey, that was a bad cash buyer. The real cash buyers will share with you and they'll give you the information. They will okay with you making assignment fees. They give you proof of funds and you should be good. Remember, when you're vetting a cash buyer, do not do a hard money loan or a proof of funds not in their name or their corporation's name. That's usually another wholesaler, wholesaling coach or guru that gives them a quote unquote fake proof of funds. Make sure it's in their own name from a legitimate bank. Number 4 here, this is a huge problem I see in the wholesaling real estate space, but a lot of wholesalers out here just overcomplicate their business. Yes, I know it's super sexy to have this crazy, awesome, complicated real estate wholesaling business where you're doing 15 different marketing channels and lists and you just make everything super complicated. One of the greatest entrepreneurs of all time, Steve Jobs, has a great saying: simplicity scales, complexity fails. The truth is, you can get your business sort of complex to a point, but if you complicate the core important parts of wholesaling, you're not going to do well. So keep your business simple. Keep it simple how many drawing for dollars leads you're doing, your type of marketing, your scripts, your quote unquote acquisitions, closing lines. The more complexity you put in your real estate wholesaling business, the higher the chance of you actually failing in one of those steps in the bottleneck of your business. Simplify your business, make it way more simple. You're going to thank me later. Simplicity scales, complexity fails. One thing I figured out when it comes to scaling a business that I kept it very simple. I figured out, hey, what marketing channels in my business right now doing 3 to 4 deals per month is working really well. And I figured out, hey, Cold calling and bandit signs were the best ones for me, and I quadrupled down on that. That's how I was able to double my business practically overnight. Also kind of comes down to what markets work, right? Like if you are doing a city, for example, for wholesaling, and let's say you do 20 deals in a year, and you figure that 80% of your deals come from 2 zip codes, go after those zip codes harder. It's really simple. It's a very simple way. There's no crazy complex regression analysis lookup thing. Just look up the zip codes you do your deals, and if you figure out most of your deals are coming from a couple zip codes, go after those zip codes harder. It's a really easy way to scale up your business even more. Number 3, this is probably something that just drives me crazy that people don't do, and I always hammer it home for you guys, but consistent action is key. People that are not consistent, people that don't be consistent and do consistent action always fail in wholesaling real estate, and that's how you fail in this business. If you are not consistently doing everything you need to do in your business for your day, you're going to fail. For example, if you don't consistently market, if you don't consistently go out here and actually take action, you're going to kill your chance of getting a deal. If you don't consistently follow up, if you don't consistently reach out to more people, if you don't consistently network, if you don't consistently educate yourself in the business, the laws and regulations are going down. And something I find out here on the YouTube channel, if you don't consistently ask questions, this list can go forever, consistently pull cash buyers, consistently market, experiment with your marketing, you will consistently fail. Guys, consistently take action and make actionable steps to get better every single day. It will help you so much. This brings us back to making a schedule, a time schedule, and a money schedule of what your budget for your money is going to be, where your time is going to be spent, and going after it. I'm telling you, the biggest growth I've had in wholesaling real estate in my personal wholesaling business was when I started cold calling 2 to 7 p.m., 5 days a week for a year straight. That's when everything blew up. I had days where I didn't want to do it. Guys, I know people watching this that work out like crazy, that are quote unquote jacked. Guys, there's days you go to the gym, you just don't want to be there, but you go there anyway and you do the work. You put your head down and you just grind through it. And those are the days where you grow the most. For cold calling, there's days I never wanted to cold call, but I went out there, I did it, and I was successful. I'm telling you, it's one day at a time. You don't have to master everything in one day, but if you consistently get better, 1% better every single day, it compounds like crazy. Number 2, this is kind of something we piggybacked off from number 3. Lack of follow-up is one of the biggest deal killers of all. If you do not follow up with your sellers consistently, especially when you get the deal under contract, you're going to fail. It's going to kill your deal. Go out here and follow up with your sellers like crazy. So for example, if you have a pipeline already in your Podio or your CRM of choice, and you have people that didn't really go with your deal, you had the appointment, it didn't really go well, and you stop consistently following up with them, you're not going to do any more deals. I'm telling you, most deals are going to come from your follow-ups. You got to look at it a way of the more you follow up, the more offers you give, the more times you get in front of the seller, the more times you're going to get contract deals and more closings and just more profit in your pocket. This is the way you have to be looking at things. Now, a lack of follow-up is going to destroy your success. It's going to destroy your future prospects, and you're just not going to do well. And once you get the property under contract, oh my Lord, guys, you need to be following up with these leads that you have under contract at minimum once to twice a week. Let's say you're going to close the deal in 90 days. Follow up with that seller once to twice a week. Most sellers back out of a deal. Another wholesaler steals a deal because of a lack of belief in that seller of you're actually legit and actually real in this business. I remember as a young guy, 17, 18 years old in this business, the seller already thought I was too young, but I went over the objections. I remember the objection you get over at freewholesaling.com. But the thing is, I was already consistently following up with the seller when I had it under contract. So another wholesaler came by and said, oh, this guy's too young. You just go with me instead. They knew, hey, Zach always follows up with me. He's legit. He makes his title company. I make my title company follow up with the seller at least once a week to know that, hey, Zach is legit. This is a legit transaction. And you constantly have the title company follow up with you and then have you follow up with that seller. You're going to do well. Also following up with the cash buyer, making sure everything's good. It's going to help you so much, guys. And lastly, the number one reason why you're going to fail in your wholesaling business and why your deals are just getting killed straight off the bat without you even actually getting a property on contract is going to be confidence. Confidence is everything, guys. At the end of the day, if you have consistent action and confidence, you're going to do well in this business. Confidence is going to be key, guys. Remember, how is a seller even going to trust you to get a property under contract with your rapport if you're not confident at all? Most of your rapport building and most of a seller's decision to go with you and building that trust is going to be how confident you are in yourself, how authentic you are. I'm telling you, authenticity really comes back to how much you believe in yourself and how much you're aligned with the words you say and the belief that you have. So if I'm talking to a seller, I look in the eye and say, hey, I'm ready to purchase your property. I'm here to help you. And you say that assertive with conviction in your heart that you can actually help the seller out, you're going to do well. If you come from a perspective of, yeah, I want to go buy your house, or hey, I want to go buy your house. What works well for you? It's the conviction in my soul. It's the tonality I have. And that basically doesn't come from a seminar or training type thing. It comes from you actually believing in your heart and in your soul that you can help the seller out. That will help you get more properties under contract. Now, when it comes to following up, if you're confident with your follow-ups, talking to sellers, going in person, locking things up, you're going to do well. And lastly, when you have confidence in your own abilities to close a deal, it becomes a lot easier with your cold calling. If you're confident in your script, you're confident talking to sellers, you're going to do well. Confidence just exudes out to everything. Your marketing, your cold calling, for example, your confidence to go pull a list, your confidence in yourself to actually close these deals, your confidence in yourself to actually do well in this business. And last but not least, when you're ready to scale up an operation for real estate wholesaling, a confidence you have in yourself in the business that will help drive your employees to know, hey, this guy's confident, he has a vision, we're ready to go. Those are the top 5 things I see that kill all real estate wholesaling deals. If your seller doesn't think you're confident, they're never going to do a deal with you. If you're not consistent with your marketing, you're never going to do a deal. If you overcomplicate this business, you might do a couple deals. You're going to get this analysis paralysis and you're going to fail. The people that actually go out here and take action, they become successful. Vetting your buyers is going to be most important in finding the right title company. A lot of the reasons why you're failing in this business really comes down to a lack of belief in yourself and not having the right knowledge. If you want to have the right knowledge for real estate wholesaling success, I recommend and ask you to go to freewholesaling.com. That's my free wholesaling real estate course I give out absolutely for free, where I teach the A to Z's of the business and I share my experience of 5+ years making millions of dollars in real estate wholesaling, and hopefully you can share from my mistakes that I made so you can actually go out here and replicate what I've done and make millions in your real estate wholesaling business absolutely for free. I don't want any of your money. I want to shift the real estate wholesaling game forever by giving all the knowledge out for free and changing lives. Guys, if you want to join me, join freewholesaling.com and I'll see you there soon. Gain confidence and take consistent action. Those are going to be your keys for success. I really appreciate you spending your time with me learning this today. Do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Have a blessed one.